Hello, hello, hello. All right, this is good. I think we should be good to go with the live stream. Okay, let's start out with some fresh analysis, and then I'll go into the trade we took yesterday before we ended the live stream on gold, and we'll do just a recap. So, starting out with the daily. Yeah, see, daily closed with no wick at the top. And whenever there is a candle with no wick at the top, the next one has a higher probability for it to come down and create a lower wick and continue to fill the previous candle. So the daily sentiment, the daily sentiment is bearish. And I'm gonna try to see, but it depends on on the lower time frame, what what is happening and if we can possibly look for either a buy or a sell. So we have formed a support and we have formed a resistance. Let's take a look at on the 15-minute time frame. Actually, there's wicks down here. There's a little choppiness. We'll wait for a little bit more structure to be formed on gold in order for us to have a proper idea which direction should should we take the trade. Let's see, we have GJ daily. So GJ daily closed bearish. We're still trying to push up. Let's remove the previous analysis. And so we have formed a support, we formed a resistance on 4 hour. 4 hour we have a resistance. And we also have a support down here. Let me do this. Actually, the support is probably going to be down here because the reason why is that if it comes down here, if it comes down to 198.785, I'm probably gonna wait for it to have a reaction to come down to 198.739. I'm not really gonna take a trade. So basically, all I'm looking on GA is buys. Honestly, there's not a whole lot going on because the price action is really choppy. So maybe on gold we'll have a better price action. Let's see. So hourly, we're about to close hourly in 8 minutes, and we're closing bullish, respecting the previous support. On 4 hour, we are rejecting. Yeah, we're in an uptrend. On crypto, we're sort of in an uptrend on a smaller time frame, I would say. Because I entered a trade right here. I think the day before yesterday was it? So I entered a trade right here. So the reason why I entered a trade right here is because in one day it had gone down over 15%. Let me see. Yeah. In one day it had gone down over 15%, and the price action was the price was at a really major support, and I was looking in at that point to see if there is possible rejection. Once there was a rejection on the 4 hour, then we formed a bullish candle. Then the next bullish candle, I anticipated the price to do sort of a retracement. My stop loss at that time was right below this previous candle's low, and I was hoping for price to retrace and for so far, I'm gonna see on daily how the price reacts and see if there is a, bearish candle forms on daily. If not, up until it forms, bearish candle on daily, I'm gonna keep trailing stops. So I don't want the price to go below 21.15, 21.51. Uh, Sort of, just making sure that I stay in profits. It's something that I'm not, aggressive on the profits. I'm just trying to give the trade room. I still think it can possibly keep pushing up and continue to test these highs right here. So we will see. Ethereum. Same thing, Ethereum. We've created a lower wick, and let's see. We can possibly break above the high and continue to push higher. This is something that I mentioned in last week's analysis. It still shows right here. Let's remove all of the drawings. Yeah. So we've closed respecting the support, and we can continue to push higher. All right. Let's take a look at yesterday's trade. So right before the stream was ended, I entered a buy, anticipating for the price to retrace back up, and I wanted to just go over that buy. Yesterday we took 3 trades, and two of the trades that I took, uh, it ended up in hitting our stop loss. One trade I did I was able to uh, manage risk. So I mean, everything was done live, so you probably, if you go back and see, you should be able to find out how I was able to manage the risk. Let me look this fan. Okay, so last trade I took, this was right here. Perfect. Is it a 15-minute? Yep. So I was Okay, so the price was roaming around this area. It was consolidating, and I missed this trade going down as a sell because it just happened a little too quick. And if I sold right here, the stop loss would have been a little too big for me. And nonetheless, the price moved down in the 15-minute candle, and I wasn't able to catch it. But as the price was retracing back, there was a bullish doji that was formed. So this candle that was formed is indicating there is support that has been formed. And once there was support that it was formed, I went ahead and executed buys right here. As you can see, I executed buys right here. Stop was below the previous candle's low, and we anticipated the price to continue to push up. I was able to target, these highs right here because the price, and it's clean candles on the left-hand side. So I was able to capture, I think, let's see, I was, what kind of, how many pips was it? Okay, let's try this and then let's see. So we right here. About 40 pips, 39.9, about 40 pips. So I was able to capture about 40 pips. That ended up taking over, that ended up actually making us profitable for the day. So I was happy with that because uh, I didn't increase the lot size. I didn't increase the risk. It was something that I've seen over time because if you take a look on the left hand side, right? we took the trade right here. This is where we took the trade. On the left hand side, we see there is consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been consolidating for quite a while. And overall, I wanted to make sure that there is support that is formed, and then I'm basically uh, executing a trade in the favor of that support, hoping for it not to break, which is exactly what happened, and we were profitable for the day. Okay. Oh, this is how you do it. Okay. I finally figured it out. I finally figured it out. It was this one little thing was making me go to TradingView to view these charts because I couldn't I couldn't move my screen on the left hand side. I don't want to look at the charts just on the right on the edge. I like to look at it like this, right? And that is good. So we're good now. Let me add you here. An hour, 15-minute. So 1 hour we formed bullish. We formed support in 1 hour. 30-minute bullish. Hmm. If we enter a trade, be about 13, 14 pip stop loss. I will enter half of my trade right here. Stop loss will be below the previous candle's low. And then the second half of my trade, I'm gonna wait for it to break above, or possibly give me a better price action, and I'll enter the trade there. So basically, we're in the trade. We're live trading right now. We're in a buy on gold and anticipating for the price to continue to push up. I think, I still think we are just forming um, a lower wick on hourly, and we are stopped out for. I shouldn't retrace this much. Well, I'm gonna wait for the price to close before I take any other trade. In this trade, I think my stop loss should have been the low of the previous 1 hour, because we're still respecting 1 hour candle and we're no longer in a trade. But that's because my stop loss was below the previous 15-minute candle. The time is 7:08. I will be right back. All right, so we've got the lower wick. We have retraced all the way down for hourly candle. We should not continue to retrace down. That is why I entered with the, with the full lot, because on hourly time frame we have retraced all the way. We have created a lower wick, and if it's going to continue to go up, we shouldn't come back down. We should just continue to push up. It closed bullish on the left hand side, so the next candle should continue to break its own high and push up, and that will be our trade. There is no news, so overall we're good. That was quick. I just got on the. I was setting up my camera, and I got on the chair and I saw what I was looking for. This is something that I would trade 10 out of 10 times. Sometimes it wouldn't work, but this setup this setup has a higher probability for it to work than not. So at the times it's not going to work. It is what it is, but it's not going to make me stop taking the trade. It's it's a profitable setup. There's not a whole lot of volume, but we'll see how we continue to push up. So on an hourly, because overall this trade is being done on an hourly candle. Let's see. Yeah, we have a wick right here that I am anticipating for it to fill. As long as we can fill that wick, we should be that should be our trade. .30 minute. It's looking good. All right, I'm closing both of the positions right here. That's done. W's in the chat. We live traded this setup, and we were able to secure $62 in profit for the day. And the reason why we have a negative trade here, it's also, I'm looking at this and, I'm analyzing my mistake. This trade was done on an hourly time frame, and I had the stop loss on a 15-minute. This goes to say from yesterday I was talking about a stop loss. The stop loss is meant to give your trade a breathing room, not you know, not instead of it just stopping your trade out early. So this setup is initially on 1 hour. 1 hour, the lows of the previous candle is this one. So if I'm trading on 1 hour, I should have kept the stop loss at below the previous low of the 1 hour instead of the 15-minute, and then we would have been uh, green overall, on all three of the trade, in all two of the trades. These two right here is just it's one trade, but anyways, the red trade was a lesson because the whole trade idea was done on 1 hour and I put the stop loss in 15-minute. It didn't give the trade enough breathing room. See, it didn't break below the previous candle's low. It broke above, and that is where we um, targeted our highs. But good trade for the day. I'm just setting up some of the aesthetics to make the room look a little bit nicer. I think it does now, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, I think so. Alright, I'm just asking questions and answering myself. Wow, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, see how many pips did we go up? Over 60. Nice. Yeah, you see this setup is OP. And the reason why this setup is OP is because in the background, in the higher time frame, we are getting ready to go up. So 1 hour we have formed support, 30-minute we have formed support. On 1 hour, on 1 hour candle, we are not breaking below the previous high or previous low, and we're closing bullish. So the next candle should continue to push highs. And we're forming this setup on the 15-minute. It's it's given. This setup is so OP. Today I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to make money on gold with this setup. Let's dive right in. Okay, so hourly 30-minute we're closing bullish, and 15 minutes we on the 15-minute we have created a lower wick for the next candlestick to break above and continue to push higher. That is exactly what we traded, and we were able to get out right around here on the previous wick's highs, uh, bagging about $62.50. Let's take a look at GJ and some of the other pairs and see where we are. GJ 30-minute. Mm. Previous candle closed with minimum, none to minimum, no wick. Hourly closed bullish, still within the range. 15-minute. If we're gonna get a trade, it's probably gonna be on the 15-minute. I would want this candle to not close below this range. And let's see, 739. Okay, so at least we have these ranges here. On the left hand side, we have these ranges. So on GJ, something that we can look at, if it's going to continue to stay bullish, we could possibly have this candle not close in this range. The next candle to even wick down but continue to push up, form support, and then the following candle after that, so next hour candle, we should continue to push up. And that will be the 8 a.m. candle. 4 hour will have volume. 4 hour, basically 4 hour 8 a.m. will have New York open volume. And if we're gonna continue to go in a direction, that is the best time to continue to go in a direction. Amni브, 게다페르, gold. So given daily, I still think that we have more of a bearish momentum because we closed with no wick at the top. I want I want to see all of this get filled again. So there will be a time there will be a time where all of this range will get filled and it will continue to push down. You'll see. Maybe not in this live stream, but tomorrow I'll come back out and do a recap. What I'm anticipating is that on the daily time frame, or on the daily time frame, the close will be bearish. That's what I'm anticipating. I'm not telling you if it closes above, if we might be closing bullish, we might be closing green, or we might be closing red. No, what I think on the daily, it should close bullish. Sorry, bearish for the end of the day. So it'll be a red candle at the end of the day. We'll do a recap tomorrow. There's not much on gold right now. I mean, the move happened. See, it's such an amazing feeling that, hey, this move happened, but we were part of it. We saw it before, and we got in. We executed a trade, and we took profits from the market. Word. Consolidating. Crypto is consolidating. GJ, 4 hour closing bullish. Bullish. Closing bullish. Right on. Okay. Yeah, the trade tracker. Holy, so bright. So bright. I'm gonna. How can I do a list? Insert. See, Excel is a bit easier to use comparing to this. In Excel, you just create a list. I'm sure there is a way. I know there is a way, but just conditional formatting, data validation. Is it data validation? Add a rule. Drop down. Option 1. Gold. Let's do XAU USD. Second option we have is GJ, GBP, JPY. Allow multiple selections. Nah, nah. I don't think we need a color. Yeah, it's a drop down. Calm down, buddy. Gave me 20, 30 different options. Okay, we're gonna bring it all the way down to right here. Perfect. Entry, exit, win, loss. Uh, we can just say W. No, 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 not like that. W L. Yeah, that's perfect. Stop loss pips, win pips, account balance. Got it, got it, got it. I think the account balance, I should be able to have some calculation there that if we have a win and win pips, I think it will be better if I do win amount, win balance. That way it will contribute to the account balance. So if it's a win, then count win amount and then add that into the account balance. If it's a loss, then count loss amount and then add that to the balance. That would be nice, wouldn't it be? Oh man, I'm such good. Um, freak in the sheets, they might say. Freak in the sheets. Uh, okay, just need two more columns. One is going to be loss dollar amount, win dollar amount. And then win rate will be comparing to losses and wins. Well, losses and wins right here. Okay, I think we're good. We are good. Convert to table. Perfect. Appreciate it. Hold, keep your data sorted by column types, dates. Create column views, personalize your table. Why is this not part of the table though? Ah, it is what it is. Actually, hold on. It's not it what it is. Let's Rev. Trade tracker. Okay, this is good. Remove adjust table range. Yes. I want J L. Vámonos. Why is this not? Why is this tripping, dog? I also want this to be. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good now. This is perfect. I'm gonna save it. Does it auto save? Let's refresh. If we lose, we lose. Okay, no, we don't. GJ, 30-minute, 15-minute. Man, if it closes like this will be the exact thing I called out 10 minutes ago. Beautiful. So basically what I called out is that this candlestick, even if it closes bearish, it shouldn't close back, in these ranges. And the next candle, even if it goes down, it should come up, form a support, and the candle next, it should be the one that we should um, take the trade on, because that will be the 8 a.m. candle. Word to word. Word to word. Things like this boost your confidence. And trading is about, it's a lot about your confidence as well. You have to be confident in your trading plan. विन की जगह प्रॉफिट लिख दे. Oh. मुनीब कॉल पे ही आ जा. Profit. अब बेहतर है. बैटरी लो है. अच्छा जी. बैटरी लो है. स्ट्रीम पे बैठे हैं. हाँ, ये मैंने ट्रैकर बनाया. आज भी मैंने ट्रेड ली थी. घर जाकर करता हूँ. ऑफिस में. अच्छा. मैंने आज ट्रेड ली थी. इसमें क्या कहते हैं, आइडिया यही था कि यहाँ से इसका ब्रेक होगा. बाकी मैंने देखिए कैमरा भी उठाया. ये मैंने सेटअप बड़ा हैवी किया हुआ है. तुझे मैं दिखाता हूँ. ये देख. ये मैंने लाइट लगाई हुई है यहाँ पे. ये लाइट लगी हुई है. और ये मैंने अभी डीएसएलआर लगाया है. इसको मैं यूज़ नहीं कर रहा. ये देख. ये ये डीएसएलआर लगा हुआ है. और ये अभी मैं पीछे ये वाली लाइट लेके आया हूँ. लेकिन यह पड़ी हुई थी मेरे पास काफ़ी अरसे की. मैंने यूज़ नहीं की. तो तेरा भाई प्रॉपर कंटेंट अपलोड करेगा अब. हैं. फालतू किस्म का. ये देख. बेहतरीन है. इसको आगे लगा ले. किसको आगे लगा लूं? लाइट को. यार लाइट, अभी ना लाइट का वो रिमोट उसमें बैटरी नहीं है, तो ये ब्राइट लग नहीं रही. तो अगर इसको मैं थोड़ा सा आगे करूंगा, लेकिन मैंने ना इसको बैकग्राउंड में एक एस्थेटिक के टाइप का रखा हुआ है कि थोड़े से ना, यानी कि अभी मैंने बैटरी इसकी लो है तो ये ब्राइट करनी है मैंने, उसके बाद इसका कलर मैं चेंज करूंगा। वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता खुद ही कलर चेंज होते रहते हैं। हाँ चल सही है, ठीक है। GJ, yeah, GJ, we're looking good. So the next candle should continue to break its current high, and we should be in these ranges now. मैं तुझे कॉल करता हूँ। तू घर कितने कब तक जाएगा घर तू? किधर गया? उसका के लिए सीलिंग लाइट्स मिलती हैं 20 मिनट तक। चल सही है, मैं तुझे नहीं, नहीं, आधे पौने घंटे तक जो है ना कॉल करता हूँ। तू आराम से घर चला जा आधे पौने घंटे तक, या जब भी तू घर चला जाए ना मुझे मैसेज कर दी। मैं तेरे से बात करनी है, मैं तुझे 5 मिनट जो है ना तुझे कॉल करूँगा। Oh, we are coming down. So we have 5 minutes for 8 a.m. I'm gonna go get ready for office. I'm gonna go get ready for my 9 to 5, and I will be back here before the 9 a.m. Eastern candle. Okay. All right, with the 8 a.m. volume, the open of 4-hour candle, we are pushing up. GJ, it's a bit choppy, but as long as we're respecting these areas and we can try to push up, not 199.067, we should continue to test these ranges of 199.207. Right, with that, I think we are good. We're good with this live stream. Just to recap, we took two trades. One was a loss and then the other was profit. We're overall green for the day. $62.50, which is about 11 pips comparing to what we have been trading. And it was just a beautiful execution. I would take this setup day and night. I would take this setup blindly because this is just such a great setup. And even, sometimes these these price actions, they don't play out, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take your usual setup. That is how you build confidence, and over time you should be able to analyze the setup enough amount of times where you'll know that, okay, even if it didn't work out, it's because maybe the higher time frame didn't allow it to go in my favor, which is how you should align yourself as well. The higher time frame on our trade was also looking to go bullish, so we just went, we dropped down in 15 minute and took this trade. With that, I will exit and we'll come back tomorrow, inshallah, around 6:30 Central Standard Time, and